I ain't got no plans this minute, so I'm seizing the moment. I'm in it. I'm not losing or winning, just present. Not up, not down. I'm all around, from the cities to the towns to the horses and the plows. Not just the black or the white, but every face in the crowd. If you can see it, then you can be it. If you wish to delete it, then don't repeat it. Some good advice to those who seek it. Those luckier than me might not need it. Sure, you can try to pin for the win when the argument becomes heated, but a sly guy vies for the tie because only Father Time is undefeated. What about space? That's a whole nother race. We started with the moon, then wouldn't you know, pretty soon it was on to Mars, and that's just so far. There's more in store, we keep raising the bar. I'd rather not roam, stick closer to home, preserve what we got before that's all gone. I've given up on feeding my addiction, wash my bleeding hands clean from this filthy affliction, look up at the sky to guide my direction. Why, oh why, do I even strive for perfection? Get it up, get it out, put another on the shelf, rip in and pull it out, give away another piece of yourself. Try to show what so many others hide. In their sense of pride, with their tongues they lied, and then became tongue-tied, and with a cross look they denied. Not knowing which law they abide in, be it gin, sin, kin, so they just play perpend, yet where one man's rainbow ends, another's begins. At least I've found mine. Never stop trying, or else face regrets on the day of your dying. Yes, the times are getting better. They say tomorrow is the day. Maybe then we can live forever. Or at the very least, we can all live together. It sure sounds good, that much I'll say. For when we live the dream, we may finally sleep in peace, holding and protecting what was once so out of reach. They say times are getting better. They say tomorrow is the day. Yesterday is history, time to let it slip away. Let it out, free yourself, it's okay. The times are getting better. They say tomorrow is the day. You built your wall, now let it fall. It's okay. They say times are getting better. They say tomorrow is the day. For hope and faith is what we need. The time is right to take up this creed. Finally, something positive in which to believe, aside from learning the obvious fact that we all bleed. For once we have found the eternal spring, we can sit back and see what it will bring. Maybe countrymen, maybe kings, maybe even better things. The times are getting better, they say tomorrow is the day. Maybe then we can live forever, or at the very least, all together. It sure sounds good, at least that much I'll say. I've been growing up and I'm slowly becoming a man. I'm 24 years old and doing the best that I can. I've got big dreams, but I've had to put them on hold. Thus the way it presently looks to me is that my one true calling might never be, as my big book of poetry just keeps on getting dusty and old. And the people who I'm trying to help, they no longer trust in me, gave up on waiting for me to finally fulfill my destiny. Such a waste of a mind like mine, wasting its time on carpentry. I've got to simply find the time to collect up my rhymes, if it's still not too late to change the world's fate, because some of my stuff is so great, somebody has to publish me. Just look at all the seeds I've sown, look and see how they've grown throughout the fields of time. It damn near blew my mind that nearly all the weeds are gone. Oh, see the sun and how it shines, not a single cloud left in the sky. Now I don't mean to sound surprised. If there's a God, then he or she knows just how hard I have tried. He or she sees the seas I've swam, knows all the mountains I've climbed, sees how much I've grown, knows of all the tears I've cried, senses every fear that I hide, when no one cares that I am sitting here all alone, pondering how to get blood from a stone. But lately I have since changed my tune. I now get to see the flowers in bloom, reaping the rewards of years of hard work on this lazy afternoon, feeling the sun in all of its warmth, as if every month is April, May, or June. Do you remember what you were before the world told you what you had to be, back in the haze of the days? A distant memory of running free. Then what happened to my mom and dad? It came calling for me. I ran for a while and tried to hide, but you see, eventually, race-baiting wars are waiting for those who get scooped up in the media spin. A tidal wave of hate and fear. Still the celebrities, car wrecks, and sex keep you sucked in. Remember, not everyone who smiles at you really wants to be your friend. Sometimes it resides behind the eyes, another's true intent. For one might say it's not how you play the game, it's whether you win or lose. Given time, everything will change. What you red, your black, your white, your blues, yeah, that's what I said. So your destiny is yours to choose. Yet let too many voices in your head, and the one you'll lose belongs to you. It's all right to hide behind a lie, yet if you dare share the truth, hey baby, I'm your guy. Just one look into your eyes, lacking fire, that's no surprise. If you sought out the flame of love, what exactly do you think you'd find? The reason I speak of is that I think it's time you tried. Sometimes it seems that sir is short for serpent and miss for misses and mistakes, when the realities of all your dreams bring you nothing but heartache. And if that's the case, we can track and retrace, but we can't go back and erase. So let us relax and embrace the fact that haste makes waste. The way in which we act, we have got to face. Do you remember what you were before the world told you what you had to be? Back in the haze of the days, a distant memory of running free. I got nowhere to go, I got no one to meet, I got no scene to show, seems the scenery's bleak, I got nothing to hide, I got nothing to steal, I got nothing left of value except for my glorious ideals. Crowd cheers, woohoo! I got no status symbols, I got no house, no kids, no car, I got no way to know where to go, save for the sun, the moon, the stars, I got no anchor in my life, I got no chains to tie me down, I got no incentive to try to fly high, but to take in new sights and sound. I got not one single second I'm willing to waste or give away. I have yet to fully catch my breath before I let that breath escape. So never could I cry out or scream as loud as I wanted to. Yeah, and that's how species die out. Lost is everything. No more me. No more you. No more me. No more you. No more me. No more you. I'm a yellow, mellow fellow. Hello. Oh, you're right. By sight, I'm white. But surely that's no guide if it hides that inside I'm a flesh and blood creature with a sell-by date, trapped in something that I don't know what it is, so I don't know how to escape. Perhaps it's too late. Gotta trace fate without the play you hate. Still, hating the game is the same as before. If the rich despise the rich, then how do you think they feel about the poor? We abhor the deplorable is a statement that's categorical and undeniable, but we know that there's not much that isn't pliable, movable and moldable, and even bendable, breakable and also controllable. Which one am I, and what is this? To be tamed with a brain, a heart, or a fist? It's said that circumstances don't make the man, they reveal him, but I'm down on this floor staring up at the ceiling, getting the shakes from these thoughts that I'm feeling. Am I praying to something or cursing at nothing when asking for healing? I'm not changing my name, and since I can't change my face, I'll still look the same, but I'll be in a whole nother place. I'm changing my ways. They might have got me this far, all this hard work is paid. It's not a dream, I'm a star. I'm changing my place and my role in this life. I know this time I can't wait, there's no doubt that I'm right. I'm changing my fate, the entire way I view the world. I found I don't need to escape. I said, why run when you can hurdle? Or at least dodge and jump around, so why did I ever try to hide, try to creep without sound when everybody knows I don't lie? I'm changing my plan to some new unknown. I tried to sit back and wait for something great to unfold, but I've come to understand this time I can't wait to be told. Sometimes in order to be a man, you've got to walk off the road. I've been living for legacy since 17. That's when music filled my head with rock star dreams. I've been tightrope walking up against the razor's edge of infinity. Since perception is just one's illusion of reality, it's not strange for my brain to change the scenery. Sure, they say truth comes with a price. Sometimes you give more than just your life, paying the ultimate sacrifice. You say you don't think twice, but we always think twice. I was craving, retracing my past. There were things worth saving. I see that. Looking back, what now seems ancient, a newly uncovered artifact. I've been contemplating how best to backtrack. What will be waiting? A part of me is afraid to ask. I've been living to be a legend since the age of 27. I'm always giving into the present. That's the quickest way to get to heaven. Lately, I've been debating how much more blood should we keep bleeding. It's increasingly frustrating being forced to follow someone else's misleading. I've been growing nervous of everything I believe in. I don't want to be led by rhyme. I'd rather be led by reason. Like you, I'm still trying to find more of my kind. I keep hoping for a world that's fair. We know it'll never be even. Confliction is my currency because, you see, I'm made up of bad energy. Ever since infancy, you filled me up with negativity, with hostility towards those not like me, and especially those just like me. Funny, only the average was safe. We know the middle's no place to escape. You only find your way there when you lose your faith. Produce, consume, become numb to the hum of the vacuum. You're in the wrong line, you realize, when it's not you who says who does the do and do or die. Yes, your allies have been compromised. When it's time to imitate, you are the master. Yet can you innovate during a disaster? Strapped in a maze you did not create, I'm stuck in a bad copy. You say as you drink your coffee, you think like Abraham, you're linked in. Something else is the whale, while you're just a plankton. In this play, there's lots of action, and there you lay dead, then you're not acting. Even you believe you're being wrapped in plastic, but at our best, we are just energy, frequency with a little bit of static. Still, you fall for their illusions as they work their magic. Hocus pocus, you lose your focus. Before you get to try again, the results are tragic. I've spent my whole life looking for what I can't see, for what will never be, as the only thing that can set me free is an unknown memory that somewhere lives inside of me. Behind a locked door, perhaps you hold the key. This set pattern we follow is just one of their lies, a world lacking communion, only me's and I's. Through competition, our brotherhood has been broken, as no one's acknowledged these words that I've spoken. Everything, even people, filed by order and rank. Number one built the Titanic, and yet down it sank. There's still time left to return these ideas that you've been sold. Rise up in rebellion, could you be so bold? The whole world's a fight, I can't get no peace. My mind gets disrupted when it's at ease. The sunrise and I awake as one, though it's not my first choice. I'd prefer to sleep in late, I wish I had a voice. Some say if winning isn't everything, then why keep score? Those same people send other mothers' sons to war. I could be like you or maybe someone else, one step towards them and one away from myself. Sometimes they see me and ask me how I feel. I respond like a hamster on a rusty wheel. If you feel trapped like a rat in this world so cold, rise up in rebellion, could you be so bold? The whole world's a fight, I can't get no peace. My mind gets disrupted when it's at ease. Watching the sunset is a long forgotten art. Feet so busy walking separate from the heart. The brokers in their suits and ties walking down Wall Street, the ones with their diamond watches and their hair so neat. They get so stressed out playing all their Wall Street games, go home and yell at their wives, forget their own kids' names, all for the love of money and nothing more. If they call that rich, then you can call me poor. If they tell you the lie, all that glitters is gold, rise up in rebellion, could you be so bold? The whole world's a fight, I can't get no peace. My mind gets disrupted when it's at ease. When was the last time you noticed the moon? I'm surprised you've forgotten so soon. As I climb up the mountains and float over the sea, I find myself alone and contented, alive and free. No need to look at my watch or punch a clock, and I actually notice my feet when I go for a walk. It could be like this if enough people believe, just as the wind blows a flower, I'm planting my seed. There's so much more than what you've been told. Rise up in rebellion, could you be so bold? Way, way back, during my younger days, when the picture was abstract, oh, how the times have changed. All these colored paints have changed to black and white. I used to begin my day with play, now that play has to wait till night. I have friends who never play at all, or when they can, it's just pretend. They only look up to check the clock, like they're afraid it's gonna fall off the wall. Well, I guess I'm just one of those guys who, if you looked out from my eyes, you'd see in straight lines, since I never had nor wanted a prime. I can never say I'm too old or gray to ever stop what I'm doing and go hide away, since I could never say with any truth, maybe I should retire? Maybe it's time for me to be quiet? Maybe my work here is really through? Nah, I don't think that's something that I'll ever do. That would make too many people mad. Others would be left confused. I can never say I'm too over the hill to ever lay down and let time break my will. No, I'm not the kind of guy who'd ever go leaving on a lie, swore not to do it again after I tried it one time. I can never say I'm too old and gray to ever stop what I'm doing until my last breath fades away. Today is the day I know that I will make it. When I was cast from the mold, who would know that I'd break it? In bitter fits of jealousy, there are those who can't take it, pretend to walk in my shoes when they know that they fake it. Be yourself, don't try to be me, open the door that will set you free. My pen name Bob Dylan Jr. is gone. I've stepped into the shoes of a man named Tom, a poet, a writer who dabbles in song and learns from the masters what he's known all along. Since I am a poet, I will fight you with only my pen. I'll drag your name through the mud and then drag it through again. There's no need for fists, for fighting only leaves you bruised. I've learned that paper cuts never heal. When everybody has heard the news, when made known your reputation, then I win and you lose. Since I am a poet, I will try my very best to separate myself from all others and try to stand above the rest, searching for what hasn't yet been written, though there's not much that Dylan left. Be yourself, don't try to be me, open the door that'll set you free. My pen name Bob Dylan Jr. is gone. I've stepped into the shoes of a man named Tom, a poet, a writer, who dabbles in song and learns from the masters what he's known all along. When I am alone and all by myself, sometimes I begin to fill up, full of self-doubt. Fills my head, I can't get it out, and what's within me I could live without. Depression closes my eyes like sleeping. When I feel like life has passed me by, I break down inside, start weeping. Yet thoughts of wasted time won't relieve this cry. The tears I spill are now seeping down below the earth. They'll soon reside, soothing this malaise that's been creeping. I've looked up and down and left and right. I've gone out searching in the middle of the night. I've spent my days just wandering around, and I'm still looking for what I haven't found. I searched for what I sought to find, found the fruit, couldn't get it off the vine, so I climbed and climbed and I climbed, and I tried, but I can't get it off my mind. When I am alone and all by myself, sometimes I begin to fill up, full of self-doubt, fills my head, I can't get it out, and what's within me I could live without. I just want to make my mark before I lose this spark and the room gets dark. When the game is over, then I'm sure I'd love to play again, or else it seems like such a waste, such a sin. Ladies and gentlemen, you've all become my special friends. Hopefully, we've got something greater to discover.